Welcome, everybody, to game number 4 for the WASA Golden Eagles here at the Big Peach Tournament in Atlanta, Georgia. We are about to get started here. A familiar foe and lots of familiar faces and friendly faces on the other team. LWSRA Hawks is our competition this morning. We saw these folks just a couple weekends ago at the Verona tournament. Always great competition. Great fun. You see Cam there, who we've seen for years, doing a tip-off with Sydney. And here we go. All right, Wausau has a tip. You've got your starting five with G, Sydney, Cat, Lucy, and Taylor on the court. G swings it over to Taylor. Taylor's about 12 feet from the hoop. He'd like to be a little bit closer. Cat's much closer. Tip by Cam, but G has it. Now G's able to get to the lane. Taylor with a shot. It's up and good. Great start for Taylor Post with about a 10, 11-foot shot there. Marquette's up 2-0. Is out. Back over to G. G settles in behind Cat. Shot is up and good. Marquette's up 4-0. Cam's got the ball on the outside wing. Passes it to Zalen for the free throw shot. Ball bounces out. Taylor's got the rebound. Here comes G. Immediately looks for Taylor. Looks like they're going to trade off, having Cam out of the defensive set in exchange for getting Taylor out. Sydney at the bucket. Great passing, great teamwork. Sydney not able to connect on the shot. Sydney's picked out of the defense. It's 4-on-4. Sydney able to settle back in the defense. Both offense and defense is set up. Shot is short. Taylor's got another rebound. Coach Jordan's going to talk it over. Full timeout. We'll be back in just a moment. We are back in action after a coach from Wausau to talk a few things over, but a strong start, 4-0. G's basketball, the top of the key, swings it down to Taylor. Taylor sees G in the middle, over to Cat. Cat back to Taylor. Taylor settles in, shot is up and good for Taylor Post. Strong shooting performance to start out the game for him. Rebound by Gianni. Here comes Marquette. Lucy's got somebody back picked out. That means it's 5-on-4 temporarily. Sydney's in the middle. She finds her, and she scores. Marquette to a strong lead, 8-0. Nice cut by Sydney down the lane. Great eye by G to see her and get the pass there in time. Hard to be in that lane. You can only be in that lane for 3 seconds. Referees at significant tournaments like this, pretty good at calling that. Cam's got the ball. Shot clock with about 10 seconds. He fires. No good. Cats got the rebound. G has the ball. Sees Taylor down low. Breakdown in defense. Taylor not able to there. Aggressive defense by Cam. He's speeding up the court. Cats in front of him. Now there's Sydney 2. Able to force him out. Good defense on the transition. Charge on Dominic with LWSRA. Referee's calling it very close today. Got a substitution for the Hawks. We'll reset the ball. Looks like a turnover there. Unfortunate pass. Cam's got the ball for the Hawks. He's going to take a three-point shot. He can hit those. Does not connect there. Long rebound. Dom stuck in the corner, out of bounds. Marquette basketball. Cam can hit those pretty consistently. So we have to watch out that for Marquette. Otherwise, a super strong start with an 8-0 run. This game is for 6th place here at the Big Peach Tournament in Atlanta, Georgia. There are 10 teams playing here. And there was yesterday Pool A and Pool B play. We were in Pool A with RHI, Dallas, and Brooks. And so we played each of those teams round robin style. That creates the seeding for today's games. So RHI is playing the number 1 seed in Pool B today. Dallas is playing seed number 2, and we're playing seed number 3. Taylor's got the ball. He's got a screen from Sydney. Kat gets a little bit closer. She takes that shot and hits it. Super strong start for Marquette. Ball swings to Dom. He's a good shooter. Definitely have to watch out for him, but that defense is far out on him. He takes it anyway and hits it. He's pretty consistent from that area. Coach is going to want to definitely jump him in the future. Small mental lapse there on the defense. Taylor shoots. Ball is short. Here come the Hawks. Nice pick and roll action. Unfortunately, the person rolling to the hoop couldn't quite hang on to the ball. Marquette basketball. It's 10-2 halfway through this first quarter. Gianni sees Kat. Kat sees Gianni back in the middle. Gianni for that 4-foot shot. A little bit short. Looks like Kat got the rebound there. Tried to put it back up. Unsuccessful. Here come the Hawks. It's 2-on-2. Dish to Zalen in the middle. She's in there a long time. She's going to have to shoot. Does not get a shot off up in time. 3 seconds call. At many tournaments, you see a very generous 3 seconds. It's more like 5 or 6 seconds, but not at these highly competitive tournaments. Got to get the ball up if you're in the lane. G's at the top of the key. He sees Kat cutting. Kat gets her own rebound. The entire LWSRA team is around her. Coach tried to get a timeout. Refs didn't hear it. Back to Lucy, out to Sydney. Taylor's there. Oh, nice arc on that shot. Does not fall. Hawks basketball. Typically, you see a lot more transition offense from LWSRA with Cam's speed. They're opting for the set offense. Dom behind the screen, nails it again. He is dangerous. Cat now with the ball at the top of the key. Taylor behind the screen. He's about 12 foot out. Gets it back to Catherine. She likes that shot in the middle. Not able to connect. Sydney pokes the ball around. Unfortunately, bounces to Dominic. Here come the Hawks. Sydney's picked out. That means it's 4-on-4. Here comes Zaylin. That makes it 5-on-4. Cameron shoots a three-point shot. Does not hit. Zaylin crashes for the rebound. Pokes it to her teammate. Everybody's reset. About 12 seconds on the shot clock. Back over to Dom. Marquette lucky there. They only had a one-on-one over there with Dom. They're going to want to jump that shot going forward. Oh, Cat's down deep. Sydney's down deeper. Too far to make that pass. Marquette resets the offense. Cat's got about a 10-foot shot there. Bounces off the front of the rim. Hawks basketball. So after an early blazing start by WASA, this game has settled down a little bit. With Dominic getting the shots that he wants over on the side, including that one. He is 3 for 4 on that side. Marquette's going to have to pay a little bit more attention to him. Nice pick and roll action. Sydney's in the middle, and she scores. Great recognition by Taylor. Great move by Sydney to sneak through there. So you'll notice, for example, on the far end of the court, in your upper left-hand corner of your screen, Sydney and Taylor, not a great example there. Air ball on the three-point line. But typically on a defense, you will see two players right at what's called the block. If you look at the floor of the lane, there's one line that's thicker than each other. We call that the block. Bad pass there. So what will happen is you'll have a player like Sydney get down to the block as quickly as possible outside of the lane so they don't get a 3-second call. Good hustle by Sydney to get back into the defense. So at that block, you'll have Sydney crashing down there on offense, and two defenders will set up in front of her. And then Taylor will sneak in right behind Sydney so that he has a clear view of the basket and can take a nice, comfortable jump shot. But what can happen is that those two players on defense that are down on the block, you see those two players right in front of Lucy right now, one of them jumps forward. When that happens, a player like Lucy can sneak around the defense and go in for a layup. So we call that a pick and roll, because when Sydney goes down to that block, she's picking those two players. As soon as one of those players goes to jump out to Taylor, Sydney rolls to the hoop. So that's why they call it a pick and roll. A little bit different than a standing pick and roll, but the same general principle. All right, after one quarter of play, Marquette is up 12-6. We are back in action. WASA won the tip, so it's LWSRA's ball. On the court, you now have Anna Cosgrove in for Lucy. Dom was on fire. He's got the ball again, so you now see Sydney is actively jumping. G's actively jumping, and that's just enough to frustrate the shot. So that's the change of coaching over the quarter, is they've decided to jump Dom there, which is a good decision. Had the two taller players over there to get a hand in his face. It's a game of inches, so if you can frustrate a player just an inch or two. Sydney's in the middle. Taylor sees her. She's got about a 6-foot shot off the back of the rim. Zalen's got the rebound for the Hawks. Cam, no good. No score yet in this first quarter. So timeout by LWSRA, so no shot, does not count. So one of the things we missed while we were having streaming difficulties was that the coaching change after the first quarter is that coaches are now jumping Dom. So I explained earlier how there's two defenders underneath that blocker that is in front of Dom. And what you saw is Sydney and Gianni, the two taller players on that side. So you can see they're lining up right now. Sydney in front of taller player number 3. You have Anna over there. The ball's going to probably swing to Dom because he's been so successful on the left-hand side of the court. And Anna and Sydney are going to jump him. Ball doesn't come over to Dom. There's a shot by 17. Unsuccessful. Marquette's got the basketball. They've got a 6-point lead, 12-6. All right, a player down, so that means it's 5-on-4. Anna in the lane. Fakes the shot. The defender rolls past her. And